We good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Fitz, what we got today?
So we got a question from @TheRealBigCat. Does arm path dictate velocity?
All right. I think that's Bryce Carl. Cool. Nice. Bryce, one of our remote trainees, so that's great. Okay. Arm path dictating velocity. That's kind of a vague question, so I'll try to bring context to that maybe a little bit and talk about some maybe correlations and tie it back maybe to some more biomechanical discussion. So arm path itself, if you're long, if you're short, that's a style thing. It's not there's not any research that indicates okay, short arm is going to be more guys are going to throw hard because of a short arm path, or more guys throw hard because of a longer arm path. What we see is we see correlations in timing to certain positions that the arm is in. So, for example, I'll use one that we see in research commonly is horizontal abduction. So it's like the elbow getting behind the shoulder. So at foot plant, the athlete's ability to hold horizontal abduction, in through foot plant, is typically more correlated to higher ball velocity. So greater horizontal abduction, better or higher ball velocity. It's not direct either, so don't think that if I just slam my elbow back, I'm going to potentially gain more velocity. There's timing there. There's speed there that has to happen segment to segment in order to get energy to the arm and rotate effectively, accelerate the arm effectively. So my point to that is that if you are a shorter arm path, or if you're a longer arm path, and that's helping you sink into rotation and catch that energy more effectively, that will ultimately drive a higher arm speed, therefore hopefully driving ball velocity as well. So, it's a complete individuality thing. I think we need to know what the metrics are that we're looking for to take an educated guess at where we need to be and what arm path we need to create, and then be creative in our training to be able to deliver, if it's using constraint drills or if it's, using, even dry reps in the mirror, we're not actually throwing, but just working on, movement and direction, working on rotation. We have to look at the arm in that aspect and then apply that. But we also have to look at how the body is moving and rotating as well, because that can also affect things. Good example there for that would be if the trunk opened early for some reason going into foot plant, that could affect horizontal abduction and the positioning of horizontal abduction. If the arm is into external rotation too much, or if it's not in external rotation at all, it's more internal rotation, at foot plant, around foot plant, that could also affect that horizontal abduction. So that's just one example of many examples that you could give for the arm path to try to decide if you're a short or a long arm path guy. So,
can Kinect help me find more information on that?
Yeah. So we're releasing our mechanics module here shortly, so I'm really excited about that. If you're looking for more on mechanics, you want to understand, I won't probably address specifically arm path like that. I might touch on it. But we're going to be talking about those key indicators I talked about, things that relate more to ball velocity. So things like horizontal abduction you would see in Kinect. So that's a good example. You would see that in Kinect, and we'll be using ProPlay AI for that. So plug for them. We're using ProPlay AI as our partner for that. Dr. Mike Zone's going to be doing a vlog series with me to actually talk about all that, and then hopefully deliver a systematic approach to understanding mechanics in that module. So yeah, you'll see that in Kinect.
Great stuff. Great stuff.